Hey guys, welcome back to another thrift haul. This time I found some stuff for myself, the house, and my daughter Bonnie. I found this stuff over a few weeks because I don't find a lot of things for myself usually. Like, I can't find a lot of clothing that I like in charity shops, unfortunately, in my area. So when I do find it, it's quite exciting. So first off, I'll show you some material that I found. It is some 70s seersucker, and it's got that classic orange and mustard look to it. It's quite a big piece, so I'm assuming it's for a tablecloth, but I would like to kind of cut it up and make it into clothes for my daughter Bonnie. So she'll be like the classic kind of Von Trapp child, the poor thing. And if there's enough material there, maybe I'll make a matching dress for me as well, which again, poor thing. That was $3, which is pretty good because it's in good condition. So I love finding vintage seersucker, and I love finding this kind of print with the flowers and stuff like that. So that was an awesome find. Next, also for the house, I just found this recently, a macrame pot hanger. So it looks almost brand new, but I think it's vintage because the beads look vintage. So it's got like a kind of ink swirl pattern to them. It's quite long, so once it has a pot in it, it'll be pretty awesome, I reckon. You can hang that outside maybe, or even inside. And that was $4. It's got that little ring at the top too, which is cool. So these are really hard to find. I remember seeing one at this shop, God, ages ago, and it was $20, and that is a rip-off if you ask me. So I thought this was pretty good. So that was a great find as well. Also for the house, I found these taxidermy butterflies. So I love taxidermy, but I would prefer to find it secondhand because I, don't really want any kind of animals to be killed for the beauty of a picture or whatever. So this is like a glass dome wall mount, and it's got the beautiful butterflies in there. I don't know if you can see, but the middle one is iridescent, so it's really beautiful. And on the back it's got I actually can't read it because it's in Portuguese, but it's from Brazil. No date on there, but I'm assuming they're Brazilian butterflies in there. I've always kind of wanted this kind of thing, the vintage ones, and never ever seen them, so I grabbed that, and it was $12, which is quite expensive, but I really like it, so I grabbed it for myself. My poor husband will hate it. He doesn't know I've got that yet. Also kind of more home decor is this 50s little poodle money box. So cute. Hey Mabel, my cat's come to say hello. It's so cute. It doesn't have any markings on it, so I don't know if it's like a Japanese one. Usually they have Japan on the bottom, but I just thought it was so cute, and it's a beautiful little face. And actually, I don't think that is a poodle. I don't know what kind of dog that's supposed to be. What do you think? Anyway, it's cute, and I grabbed it. That was $2, which is a really good price. Next is a kind of toy thing. It's lace up learn to sew cards. So it's got a picture and then holes through it as well, and it comes with like a plastic needle and some wool, and the babies or the kids have, not the babies, that'd be difficult, the kids have to like sew through the holes. I mean, I only bought this really because it's got like a vintage look to it, and they're quite big too. So you could kind of use them in a frame or whatever, but they've got cool vintage kind of like drawings. They're not vintage though, I think they're kind of like from a cool gift shop. I have seen them before, but they were from the charity shop too, and they were $2. Next, I found some shoes for my daughter Bonnie. These are for when she's a bit older, but they're the coolest little soft green leather boots with a thick sole there. So they're really super 90s, like a Spice Girl look. And if I was a bit younger and I was into the Spice Girls when they came out, I would have loved these. So they're a beautiful soft green. The brand is Dinda Baby. I've never heard of them, but I'm gonna look them up. And they were $4, and by the looks of it, they have not been worn. And if they have been worn, it's maybe once, which is awesome. But I just thought they were really cool. If she wore that with, sorry, I'm just checking the cat, that knocks something over. If she wore that with like a little like vintage dress and little like pigtails, oh, it'd be so cute. Baby, like 90s baby, oh my God. Next, I found these little blue Mary Janes, 2 pairs, different shoes, but they're the sweetest little shoes. They look vintage, kind of like the style of them, but they're not, they're brand new. So 2 little beautiful navy Mary Janes for my daughter Bonnie. And that was $3. And these ones were 2, I think. The labels come off because sometimes I take the label off if they look like they're going to leave a residue. I just thought they were really sweet. They look great with her little dresses. Next, also for my daughter Bonnie, is a dress that I found, and this is a Rock Your Kid dress, which is a really, really great, I think, Australian brand. I'm not sure about that. It might have been bought by someone else by now, but yeah, Rock Your Kid makes kind of like rock and roll clothes for kids, but they're kind of like, they're in like Maya and David Jones, which is kind of like Rackhams or Selfridges or something like that. So I grabbed this. It's a really good quality and it's really good condition. And these retail for like $50, maybe more. And this was $4.90, so I snapped that up. It's going to look awesome when she's a bit older, with maybe some black docs or something like that. I mean, if they did adult sizes, I'm telling you now, this would sell really well. I think the closest thing for adults is Dangerfield, which have some great kind of like repro vintage styles. Which brings me to my next item, which is actually Dangerfield. Something for me, actually. This is a nice green spotted shirt. It's kind of sheer and it's got a collar, like a tie up here. You can do like a pussy bow kind of thing. And it's got the paneling, pin tuck paneling down the front. It's a bit hard to see in this light, sorry, but it's a beautiful olive green. And that, when I bought it, was $4 from the local church op shop. It's really, really cool. So yeah, you can see kind of like what Dangerfield does, this kind of stuff. Also for me, I found this amazing Ocelot pussy bow shirt, which ties up here. It also has the pin tucking down the front, so it's almost exactly the same as the green one, but this is vintage, as the other one isn't. This was $8 from Vinnie's. And it kind of looks a bit scary off, but once you get it on, it looks really cool. It's got like a double cuff on there, so it's got 2 buttons. It's really, really cool. The only thing is it's polyester, so I sweat like a biche in it. But I really love that shirt. Last but not least, I got this one from the charity op shop as well. This was $4. It's a sheer maroon shirt, and it has the double frill collar here. So I've bought these shirts, the last 3 actually, to wear underneath like a pinafore dress. So they look really cool, kind of like underneath that. And it's like a black cord dress. Oh, they don't look that good when I'm wearing them off, but when I've got them under the dress, it looks awesome. So there's a bit of a trend going on there. But yeah, that's all I found recently for myself, and there's also a couple of bits for my daughter Bonnie and for the house as well. So if you like this video, I'd love you to stick around and subscribe, because I do lots and lots of hauls, and most of it is vintage, and if it's not vintage, it kind of like looks vintage or has a retro feel to it. So if you'd like to follow me on my little journey of buying lots and lots of junk, which is awesome, and I fill my house up with it all, please hit subscribe. It's down there or to the side if you're on a tablet, maybe in the little drop down box. So you can also find me on the Instagram. My name's Danielle Sulbury. But thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.